Hello, everyone, and welcome to another video of Games for Crowds. I'm Petros, and this is the second video of the series explaining what the platform can do and introducing the games. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to see all the games that we offer right now on the platform one by one and how are they played and what you can do. So right away, I'm going to the games page in the website. If you haven't been in the website, it's gamesforcrowds.com. And right here, we have 6 games that we offer, more to come. And in the last video, we have talked about tic-tac-toe a bit, but today we will introduce all 6 of these games. And I will be starting again with tic-tac-toe. So clicking on that link, it will give you the game's page, and from here, if you click on play instantly, a new tab will open, and from there on, you will be inside the game. So right now, this is tic-tac-toe. I have already clicked before, so it had loaded, and I'm in the game. And tic tac toe is, of course, the game that everybody knows. You have to go and place your marks either horizontally or vertically or diagonally, 3 in a row to win before your opponent. And we've talked on how you start games, and that doesn't change in Games for Crowds. All the games start, well, most of the games start the same way. You scan the QR code as a player with your phone, the browser opens, you join the game. So here I will join the game as a player. This is a simulated smartphone, and I'm already joined with the red team. And on the main screen, we have the game telling us that we have one player now in. Of course, there's no one else here, so I'm just going to introduce it as one player. If we start, the game starts and it expects us as red team to make a move. So on the player side, I can select. If I change my mind, I can do so until the time is over. I can change my mind, and when the time is over, my marker is dropped. If we have a lot of players, which that's the meaning of Games for Crowds, these players vote. So as you can see, all these 0 percentages, when I'm selecting, you can see that somebody or all of the red team, which is me, is 100% for this part of the game to drop the mark. And if they don't agree, you will see different percentages around the grid. And of course, the highest percentage will win and the mark will be dropped there. So that's how it works. So the players kind of vote from their phone where the marker should drop, and the highest percentage wins and the marker drops there. That's how it goes until somebody wins. Of course, on tic tac toe, you might have a tie. So if there is a tie, you start over. So that's how tic-tac-toe works. It's very easy and very intense. Sometimes people, especially at the end, they are stressed and they're screaming and they're jumping up and down and so on. Right now, I will let the game play on auto, and I will go back to the main screen and check out the next game. Okay, so back to the games. And the next game is Connect 4, which is another old game. Might Some people might know it and some others not, but it's very easy to explain. And of course, again, clicking on play instantly will take you to the game screen. That's your main screen again. Connect 4 is played a bit differently than the tic tac toe, because it's not about putting 3 markers on a row. You have a bigger grid. Let me start the game so you can see it. There you are. You have a 7 by 7 grid, and let me join as a team also here. And as you can see, I can select where to drop a marker, and this is what happens on the main screen. So the markers are dropping from the top down. That was an old board game, I'd say, and it's still out there in many versions and many forms from many companies. And you would throw some, I don't know what's the name, like they look like casino marks or something. So I would call them marks. You drop them from the top and they drop all the way to the bottom, and you try and make four in a row. You try and connect four in a row, either horizontally or vertically or diagonally again. So that's the purpose of the game. And the players, this is a more strategic and a bit more time burning game because you play for a long time, and the strategy counts. So players try and pass the message, where to drop, and so on. As you can remember, if you've been watching the first video, players try to interact with other players from the same team and convince them why their idea is better and where to drop the pin. Right now, the game is played on automatic, which means it just fills in columns. But if I'm to drop some markers here, we might get a four in a row very quickly right now. So I'm just gonna start dropping markers here on the right of my initial one. Yeah, I think it will take some time, but you know what? How you know what I mean? I mean, if I just drop two more on the right side here, then this will be the winning move, and red team will win. So this is how this game is played. The winning team is a team that will get the first four markers in a row, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. Well, since we're here, let's see that. Since blue team has no one, as you can see, blue team is right now not really playing. It's just dropping everything one after the other, on top on top of the other. Actually, they could have a four in a row here, but we will be the winners. Well, let me place it here on the left, and that's gonna win the game. Well, it's an empty victory since no one else is playing, but believe me, that's not the case when you have a crowd of 150 people or 50 people or just your friends in a party, because it gets crazy very quickly. So this is Connect 4, and it's one of my favorite games. It was when I was a child, and it still is now. So let's go back to the main screen. Oh, I just realized, well, there you are. That's the main screen, and we have a winner, and that's it. So let's go back to the games and check out the AI quiz. Now, that's a bit different. Remember, I told you that almost all the games are started and played um, roughly the same way. AI quiz has a twist. So if you go and check the AI quiz, you will see that there is no um, right now the game is not ready. Why? Because this is exactly what AI quiz is great. You can create your own quiz and have your own topic for questions, and not just one, as many as you want, and make it in very fast. You generate the questions, you let Krat generate the questions, which is an AI agent. So right now I'm just gonna type in maybe let's see, geography would be obvious, and then maybe sushi, and then just random things here that will pop up in the questions, and you will easily they will be easily distinguished. So what else? Just one more. I'd go for Formula One. So And then you just generate the questions and you wait. You have to wait a bit here, and it's ready. Wow. So we can start now. And again, the players can log in with a QR. Right now, I'm not going to show you the player side, but you have the question and you have the options, um, and you select whatever option you want. And the whole idea here is it drops 5 questions here. You can change that later. We'll see how in another video. And it drops the questions and people answer them. They get possible answers on their phone. They select which one is they think it's correct, and they give points to their team by selecting the correct one. And the faster they answer, the more points they get. And as you can see here, we had 2 questions about sushi, and right now we have a question about Formula One. So it does consider all your options, all your subjects, and it tries to compensate and place as many questions as it can um, about these subjects. Of course, the initial one has only 5 questions, but again, this is something that you can very easily change when you go and customize these games, which is, I think, going to be the fourth video of this series. So, this is how the game is played. And right now, we're going to have a tie because no one is playing in this game. But as you can see, we are now also in the geography questions with the land of the rising sun, which is great because it kind of connects with sushi, right? So maybe that was intentional from the AI agent, but who knows? So these are the 5 questions. There's a tie here. No one wins. So you can have a next round with new questions and so on. And this is the AI quiz. That's how easy it is to run knowledge quizzes for fun. Let's move on though and go to memory. Who hasn't played memory when they were kids? Memory is another great game for big crowds because of, I'd say, people's ability to remember kind of varies. I can't remember much. My memory, I have a short memory for sure, especially for things like this. But yeah, I'm not a good player of memory, but let's see how this looks. So in memory, again, people are scanning the QR and we're starting the battle. We have a grid, 4 by 4, 16, and it takes a while to play this game. It will take like 5 or 10 minutes for sure to play this game and complete it. So right now, if I join, uh, well, the we made the first move I see here, but let me show you how it looks on the player side as soon as the blue picks their cards. Okay, that's a carrot or something. So right now it's me. I can vote for this one and vote for this one. And of course, again, there you are. Since no one else is playing, I can open those cards. But imagine having 150 teammates. You never get what you want. Or when you get what you want, someone else is complaining, but it's fun. So, oh, wow, that's lucky on the computer side. Okay, so this is how memory is played. The player selects two squares each time. They try to find out. So that's a flower and the fire, and they try to remember them. And it's a collective memory thing. And they start as soon as they see the grid and they have enough opened, they will start screaming on which ones they have to select. And again, customize. This game is amazing. You can customize the markers. You can customize how many tiles you have on the grid, everything, the colors, and actually, there's no limit in any of these games on what you can customize. So that's memory. and it's very interesting, especially with people who know one another and they try and mingle and try and remember things and talk to one another. And let's go back to the games and check out something different. That's rock, paper, scissors. And don't tell me you don't remember this or you don't know it. I don't think a single person on the planet, it doesn't need an introduction. So, rock, paper, scissors is played just a bit differently. This is a game that it's aiming to energize people at the beginning of conferences or events or parties or what have you. Why? Because it will bring people together and they don't all have to scan the QR code. Why? Because the player. Let me show you the player side here. So I'm gonna type in my name and join the game. So now we have one player here and we can start. And as you can see, I have a QR. Now what happens is with this QR, I just walk around the room, and as soon as I find someone who is ready to play with me rock, paper, scissors, they have to scan my QR code with their phone, or I have to scan their QR code with my phone. So I'm going to do that with my phone right now and see if I can play a quick round here. So you don't see that, but I have my phone here. I'm going to scan the QR code and see if I can show you around on my on the simulated phone. Okay, it loads on my phone, and I'll name this Petros 2, so we can have some sort of. Okay, and I can select the scissors, and I will select paper on my phone. So what happened is I won on this one because I selected the scissors and the opponent selected the paper. So I got 3 points, right? And then the screen goes back to the QR code. Now, if I wanted to scan the QR code again and play with the same player, I would get a message that we have already played. It will give me this message for, I think on the default one is about 5 minutes. So you don't have people playing again, and again against one another. They have to mingle. That's why it's an energizer. So they have to move around, find another player, play again. And of course, on the main screen, we can see all the players and their scores. So there's a competition. What also makes this amazing is that I can get out of the room and I can walk and convince other people, if it's like a convention, to play with me, and they don't have to scan the game QR code. If they scan the QR code that is on my phone, the one that initiates a game with an opponent, it will take them to the link that you register your name as a player, and then it will get them in a game against me. So I'm carrying the QR to play against other players, but also that QR works for registering other players inside the game. So every single player is a medium of spreading your game more and more into the corridors or booths or whatever, if it's a convention or a party, and people get more and more psyched on who's going to get the most points. So that's how rock, paper, scissors works. And again, this is something you can customize. In fact, we're customizing all these games right now for the holiday season. And rock, paper, scissors will be different. I think it's snowball and face and hot chocolate or something. And it's going to be very interesting. So I think it's coming on the next video. And stay tuned to see that. But for now, let's go back to the games and check out the last quiz, the last game, which is the quiz. So that quiz is different than the the AI quiz, because this quiz has questions already there. And what you can do to change those questions is customize the game. So right now, if I start the game in the quiz, let me go back to the main page. There we are. So we have quiz and we have AI quiz. With AI quiz, we ask Krat to create specific subject themed questions. And for quiz, we have a quiz, a ready made quiz. So if I start it, let me first join as a player again. I'm again in the red team and go back to the main screen and start it. What is the capital of France? And as you can see, this is just general knowledge questions. The faster I answer, the more points I get. And I'm playing against the blue team again. Remember, the game is separating everyone who's registering equally in the two teams. So, which planet is known as the red planet? That's Mars. Wow, I got 10 points. I'm answering almost at the same second. I have to, next question, I maybe have to wait a bit so you can see what's going on with the points. Who's the author of Harry Potter series? Okay, let's wait a bit. I'll do it like almost at the last moment. Yeah, maybe now. So you see, 5 points. I was too late. Anyway, so this is how quiz is played. Of course, to change the questions here, you need to customize, or else you're just going to be getting the same questions. So this is a game that I suggest you try and you play only when you are able to customize, because otherwise you have no control on what the questions are. But it's a very quick and very easy way to start again a quiz and have a quiz with a inside an event with your own controlled questions. So these are the 6 games that we offer right now. Now, apart from that, we have event tools. Right now, we have 2 event tools, but we're going to see those maybe in the next video, along with some festive games like Christmas games that we are preparing. So you can get a glimpse on the customization side of these games and how easy it is to customize. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep playing.